Hey there, kids. My name is Timothy Jornstenstein, and today we're going to talk about the Bible, what we've been going over in the last month, which has been the Pentateuch, including Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and my personal favorite, Deuteronomy. In Genesis, God created the heavens and the earth, and He said, "Let there be light." Uh-oh, put on your sunglasses. He created the land and the seas and the plants and the animals, including ferrets, of which I own 6. They're actually illegal in this area, so I'm selling them on Craigslist. Take a look. He then created Adam and Eve. Big mistake. Satan, the snake, goes on and tempts little old Eve with an apple, as that poor excuse of a man, Adam, just stands by and lets her eat it. Whoops, now they're naked. It's like telling a child not to touch a hot stove, but they still do it anyway. Well, they sure learned their lesson by getting booted out of the Garden of Eden. And now Adam has to work the land, and Eve has to make babies. Ow, she drew the short straw on that one. They had a bunch of kiddos and filled the earth. But like all my nieces and nephews, they were a bunch of brats who made God angry. Time for a washing. So God hit the reset button on humanity with a flood, except for Noah and his family, and a literal boatload of animals. But surprise, surprise, mankind wasn't much better after the flood as it was before. Trying to build a skyscraper to literally reach the heavens. Absurd. So God makes people speak in different tongues. Well, not that kind of tongue, like blibbly blobbly, blee blah, blue blah kind of tongues, like actual languages. He made German up that day. And He also made up Swedish. So the angriest and the happiest sounding languages all in one day. And then He spread them out all over the land. Enter Abraham. God chose Abraham to create a nation. What a task. I can't even fix my backyard. But thanks to him, Isaac and Jacob, we get the nation of Israel. Then Jacob's son Joseph has a dream about how he's going to reign over his brothers. Well, the brothers weren't too keen on that, so they sell Joseph to Egypt, where he rises to power by interpreting some dreams. And his brothers learn the definition of poetic justice. Fast forward 400 years, and welcome to the book of Exodus. Moses, the Jewish Abe Lincoln, saves the Israelites from slavery with a bunch of insects, crazy weather, and bloody water. Not to mention parting the Red Sea. Much like I do my hair in the morning, I raise a staff over my head and just lays down. You get this. Voila. Moses and God's people have a picnic in Mount Sinai where He gives them the law, the 10 Commandments, which they proceed to immediately break. Now on to Leviticus. Well, you see, in this book, there are a lot of there's a lot of offerings. Passover, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur. Numbers. Get excited, mathletes! These chapters are for you. With 45,650 tribesmen here and 32,200 tribesmen from there, it's time to head to the Promised Land, Moses said. But then the people start to complain about achy feet and empty stomachs, and God gets mad. And Moses is like, "I'll take care of it, God." And they finally reach Canaan. But what do they spy with their little eye? Giants. And the people are like, "No way can we conquer this land. So let's go back to Egypt." And God's like, "Are you kidding me? I'll free you from 400 years of captivity and defeat the Egyptians on your behalf, and you still doubt me? Come on." Well, all those that complained didn't make God's invite list to the Promised Land. Instead, He sent them wandering around for 40 years. It's a long time. Afterwards, they finally take over Canaan, the land flowing with milk and honey, which sounds really messy. A river flowing with milk would curdle in like a day. Maybe the honey helps. So we find our way into Deuteronomy, which is a little deja vu-like after going through Exodus, where Moses hands over the leadership baton to Joshua and promptly dies. Well, that's the first 5 books of the Bible. Join us next time. Stay awesome.